Welcome to the channel, guys. Just thought I'd give you a quick update on where we're at with the coupe. So we've been playing around a little bit. We set up a nice stand to sit the body on because I actually don't have a hoist here. So I figured I don't want to be trying to do this on the rotisserie because I need the car to be in a stable and completely level situation. So I went ahead and built this cage out of some RHS, sat the car up on top of it so that it's at a height which is comfortable to work on, and then proceeded to put the RHS on this transmission jack down here, which you can see. So we've got it sitting in position, and at the moment it's a rough position. I need to do a heap more double checking, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be fairly close to where we need it. And if we come around the back here, so you can see here the location we've got it in. We've got it set up so it's plumb and located pretty much where we need it. The only thing that I'm sort of still debating on is the height. I want to make sure that the yoke of the diff head is pretty much on the same plane as what it would have been when it was in the Mustang, height-wise. So yeah, we're going to have to sort of work on that. But yeah, the other things are looking fairly good. So what we'll probably end up doing is probably put a cross member through there and then have some mounting points for the rear of the cradle, and then on the front we'll probably have to do the same, although that cross member, and when I say cross member, it's probably going to be out of some 3x70 or 80 or 100. I'll have to double check, but just some sort of RHS as a cross member. And the one on the front, we may have to sort of like put a slight hump in it to go over the yoke, and then off that cross member then we'll have mounting points for the springs also. We've got some, like you call them like a donut or something, which we cut off the Mustang. And then if we come back down to the side, I'll just show you what we're going to have to do here. Now this is just a rough, and might even be a bit hard to see on camera, that piece of wire, but if you have a look in here, that piece of wire is I'm going to have to move just this section of the chassis rail. It's going to have to be moved up, for clearance purposes, for this suspension to articulate up and down. And this is the bottom profile I'm thinking of having. It'll be something like that. These suspensions don't have a lot of travel. I mean, this is probably at the most would have 100 mil of travel. So that's going to be basically the bottom of the chassis rail. So that's going to be a bit of a job. I'm going to have to sort of cut part of this wheel well out and refabricate that chassis rail to go up over. But yeah, I knew that there was going to be certain complications, but it was just a matter of getting this all finalised together and put in place to sort of pretty much work out, what we're up to. So I'm going to, be moving on to working on that and getting that sorted out. And in the meantime, I actually had to get together with the engineer on this and sort of have a bit of a discussion. And in the meantime, while I was waiting to talk to the engineer, I thought I'd hook into the XA. So you can see from the photos that there was a fair bit of work went into it. As you can see from this photo here, I've stripped all the inside of the roof, cleaned it all back to clean shiny metal and primed it, and then we had certain repairs to get done on the side. There's still a fair bit of hammer and dolly work to do on the quarter panel, but in the meantime I just wanted to get some epoxy on it and get it protected. So that was all just cleaned back to bare metal and cleaned with thinners and then epoxy coated. So there's a fair bit of hammer and dolly work to do on this yet, but and there's a lot of stuff to do. Like we've got rust repairs around the boot channel, the normal sort of stuff. I've got a new tail panel. I've got these corners and this side piece of the gutter on the way. That one there I'm going to have to make up. And then on this side here, you can just see how bad she is. We've got lower quarter, we've got damage to the rear of the quarter, which I'm going to have to probably put a bit of heat on that and pull that back into position. Then we've got a lower section, inner and outer. We've got the drop off to replace, and then we've got the lower outer quarter. We're going to have to do wheel arches. Going to have to do inner and outer sills. We've got lower A-pillar. We've got this, I don't know, for want of a better word, kick panel. And then part of this plenum is going to have to be done. It's weird because the inside of the plenum is really quite solid for a car that had so much rust. Usually they rust out around those vent holes, but that one's all right. It's just rusted on the edges. So once we get all that done, should be looking a lot better. But yeah, so this car here is not going to be like a full custom of any sort. It's at this stage, I'm just thinking of doing like a GT replica of some sort. It's more about the colour for me. And I'm not sure about the colour, but one colour that appeals to me, because years ago when I just got out of school, I had a mate who had one of these in a GT, and it was a Wild Violet XA GT with black interior, and that was a 4-speed manual. I just loved that car. So I've always had this soft spot for a Wild Violet XA. If not, then probably be Red Pepper or Track Red, something like that. But yeah, this would just be a fairly standard type of car. So, but something I can do when I've got a bit of downtime. So anyway, yeah. So that's about it for this. I just wanted to give you a quick update of where we were. Now that I've got the go-ahead to work on the rear of this car, I'll be hooking into that, getting these chassis rails sorted, getting all the mounts and everything for the IRS mocked up, and we'll come back to you and we'll show you a bit of that soon. So, all right, thanks for watching, and if you liked, please hit a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.